Okay, Levy, so we're going to jump into this first project using some of this burlap fabric I have here, or ribbon. I don't know, it's really jumbo size. I got it from Hobby Lobby some time ago, and I'm going to use a chipboard. All right, and I am going to go ahead and cut that down to size. Now, I did overcut this because y'all know me, I was doing my measurements, but I made it work in the end. So once I got that cut down, we're going to set that to the side. Then next I'm going to take my, I don't know, is this a carpenter square ruler or just a square rule? I don't know what kind of ruler it is. I'm taking this ruler because I needed a peak here. And this is what I had. And I figured it would be my safest bet to get it as close to what I needed. Right, so I'm just measuring that out, and then I'm going to go ahead and trace out what I need. Then I'm going to go in with my little scoring tool here. You can find these at Dollar Tree, at least that's where I found mine at. And so I'm just going to score this a few times because we are going to make an envelope. So I know you guys have seen all kinds of variations or versions of these. And so I just wanted to make one very rustic, very romantic, charming, if you will. And so I don't know if I accomplished that, but I do know that I liked it. So now I am just taking that scoring tool and I'm doing the back part of this because this chipboard is so thick. It just really needed some extra pressure added to the front and back of it to make it more flexible. Then next I'm going to take some of this dollhouse wallpaper. I got this from Hobby Lobby as well some time ago. And I'm just going to trace it out to the shape of that chipboard there. So once I do that 500 times, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to cut this out. Now, as you can see, it was roly-poly all over the place. I tried cutting it with some scissors and it just kept rolling up on me. So I kept going as far as I could, and then I remember towards the end that I have my little finger knife there, or finger X-Acto knife. I'm not sure what this thing is called, but Kathy Jo has sent it to me, and this worked a lot better. As you can see, it made the process so much easier. I wish I had thought about it earlier on, but nevertheless, we got it done. So next, I'm going to go in with some Mod Podge, and I'm just going to apply that to the whole front surface of that chipboard. And what do you know? We measured that correctly, guys. Look at that. Go, May. All right. So we are going to go ahead and apply that on there. And what I did not show is that I did use my heat press to activate that Mod Podge and get that paper or wallpaper to stick on there permanently. So, because you can pretty much treat the chipboard like, a hard surface. So, yeah. Anyway, so what you see I'm doing here is I am folding in my burlap. All right. And so, of course, I cut way too much, but we are going to cut it down to size and give it that rustic charm we're looking for. But what I'm doing right here is just taking some hot glue. I'm not using anything heavier here. I probably could have used a little tacky glue, but because of the holes in the burlap, I was just like, I don't want to have to clean up all that mess because it's going to seep through, yada, yada, yada. All the things that a lazy crafter does not want to do. All right, so all that just kept coming to mind. So right here, I was really hoping I could have done this the other way where I put that fold in the back. But in order for me to do that, I would have had to cut the back part of this. It wouldn't have gone straight up. So I just, I was like, you know what, you're not going to really see it. It blends kind of together. You can't really tell in the end, because once I start putting all the other little whatnots in there, you really can't tell. So anyway, I'm cutting this down the best way I know how, which is absolutely the worst way to do this, but that's just how I roll. So anyway, I just kept going until I got it to a place where I liked, and it was not, don't do this way, okay? If you choose to recreate this, just simply don't do it this way. And I don't know a better way to tell you how to do it, because this is how I did it. But anyway, I'm just hot gluing and folding as I go until I get it to a place where my eyes are happy. And yeah, so it was a lot of folding and a lot of gluing. But like I said, this top part you won't really see, so I wasn't overly concerned about it. And anyway, it just adds to the rustic charm. Let's just look at it that way. It adds to the rustic romantic charm that we are going for today. Okay. So as you can see there, I had the little handles off to the side. I'm like, now what do I do with those? Okay, I got my little pocket. I'm like, do I fold those down? I'm like, nah, I don't want that look. So I just decided to cut those off right there. That worked out okay. But yeah, I was a little bit all over the place with this one, guys. So I'm sorry. But you know, if you've been here with me anytime, this is not your first rodeo. Riding with me. All right, so then I decided, okay, I'm gonna cut some of that burlap off of the side, but not cut it close to the chipboard. I'm gonna leave a little bit overhang, and then I'm just gonna pull a few strands of that burlap away to give it that fuzzy kind of look. And I'm not sure if you can really see it on camera. I can't see it because the picture is so small, but it's just going to give it that little frazzle razzle look, right? So then we're going to go in with some Spanish moss. Okay, and I chose Spanish moss because it was very close in color to the burlap. I had thought about doing some of the green moss, but I said, I don't know, it would have taken away from the look I was going after, so I stuck with the Spanish moss. Then I have some of these little miniature pink and white roses. I think I got these from Michael's for 99 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm not going in with that yet, but that's going to come up in a few seconds here. So what I'm going to do here is take some of this burlap ribbon that I had in my stash, or trim. I'm not sure if it's ribbon or trim, whatever the case may be. I'm going to go in, I think it's jute ribbon or something like that. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, it just matched the burlap fabric. All right, so we're gonna outline our envelope with this. And again, I did not do this the right way, and I don't know that there was really a wrong way, but I just did it to get it done. And so I'm just going to get this, add this part to the top part of the envelope, as you can see there. Not really doing anything special to it, just cutting it down to size for the most part. And again, a lot of this is going to be covered up, so all those little imperfections won't really be seen unless you're absolutely all up in my business. So then I'm going to take some more of this burlap ribbon that I have from my stash, and I'm going to put this right across the bottom part of this. Again, just going in with some hot glue, and I'm going to give it 2 strips of that hot glue, and we're going to just tack it to the front. So once I do that, I'm going to glue down the back, I believe. I think, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just going to glue down the little back parts there. I didn't cut those down either because, oh, that's why I didn't do that, because I had frazzled the little sides of it and I didn't want to, it wouldn't look right. But anyway, so I folded them down, and now we're going to go in with the little pink and white roses right here. And I'm just going to put them off to the side. No rhyme, no reason, just to get a, you know, to get to that desired look. Then I had one of these little wooden hearts in my stash that I had already painted from a previous project, or I didn't use it. It was in my stash. I just tucked that to the side. Then I had some more, or I'm taking another one of these, not another one, but this is a pre-tied burlap ribbon that I had. I got a pack of them off of Amazon, and I'm going to just add this to the front because I felt like it still needed something. It was a little too plain Jane for me. So, and if your name is Jane, it's okay to be plain. I'm plain May. It's okay. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to just add that to the front, and we're going to tack it down because it was so unruly. Like, it was just so like stiff. I couldn't get it to shape right. Like, it has no wire in it, but it was just so stiff. It just would not cooperate. So I had to tack it down in certain spaces just to get it to look halfway decent. And again, I think it just kind of tied into the whole rustic charm that we were going for here. So then next I'm going to take some of these little pearl embellishments that I had in my stash. I'm going to put them on the four corners there. As you can see, I'm going to add one right to the middle of that bow. And that's going to pretty much be it for this project. Once I get them all tacked down. Now they did have some adhesive on them, but because we are dealing with burlap, I didn't feel like it would be a long-term hold. So I just wanted to make sure they were secure in place. So once I do that, I just start fluffing out that Spanish moss because I did want it to be seen but not really steal the show. And so that's what I'm doing right here. And like I said, that's it for this project, and you'll see it in the final reveal. All right, Monica, I want to thank you, girlfriend, for buying me 20 coffees. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you for doing that. If you want to support my channel, you can scan the QR code, or you can go to buymeacoffee.com/craft away with May. And that is one way you can support my channel. But if you can't do it, don't worry about it, lovies. Just being here is support enough. Watching the videos, sharing the videos, liking the videos, that all matters. It counts, and I appreciate that. All right, so next we're going to jump into project number 2 using this 3-piece heart that I got from Dollar Tree. Last year it was $3. I'm sure if they are carrying it this year, it's probably up to $5 or $7 now. So I felt like that was a pretty good deal. If you look at it, it's $1 per heart, I guess. But I really liked it. I wanted to use it last year, but I didn't get around to it. But what you see I'm doing here, I just went in with some white paint, some brown, some burnt umber paint, and now I'm just doing some light distressing. As you saw, it did have like a shiplap look to it, and I wanted to again go for that rustic romantic charm on this one. And I know it doesn't look very romantic right now, but in the end, I really love the way this came together. And guys, I have to tell you that majority of these projects, depending on how you sell them, you could definitely use them all year round. Especially this one, I am going to style this in my bedroom, and because I'm not gluing anything down other than this jute twine that you see I'm adding right here, you can definitely keep this up all year round if your decor or style allows it. So I just wrapped that jute cord around about 3, maybe 4 times. I think I only did 3 times if I'm not mistaken. I'm just tacking it down in the back. Again, only using hot glue here because if I want to take this apart and just have the, the plaque itself, I can do that. But once I get that wrapped around, I'm going to make a very simple I guess shoelace bow, or just a simple twine bow. Here we're going to add that right to the front of this. Now I could have totally tied this onto that jute twine that I wrapped around the heart, but I decided not to do that. I just tied it off. I'm going to glue it onto there, and you'll never be the wiser. And the only reason you would be is because I told you so. All right, so once we get that tacked down, then I'm going to take some of this cranberry fusion paint that I had, and I'm going to take it and apply it to this XOXO cutout that came in a pack from Hobby Lobby. These were in my stash as well. I started to leave it in pink, but I was like, I felt like the red and pink would clash with this particular piece, so I decided to add the cranberry paint, and that matched perfectly. So I'm not going to glue this down as I mentioned earlier. I'm just going to stick it behind that jute twine, and I wasn't sure where I want to place it, but again, because I didn't want this to be a permanent piece, I decided to just put it there. And we added in 2 roses, which came from my mom's wedding. I had left over my stash. Cynthia, thank you for sharing your beautiful wreath with me and your wall hanging piece. Absolutely gorgeous. Love the pink and reds together. Beautiful. So pretty. Pauline, she duped my Christmas boxes. I absolutely love this. If you guys want to share anything with me, you can check out my description box for my email address, or you can send them to me through Instagram Messenger, and I would love to showcase them on my video. So now we're jumping into project number 3 using this galvanized heart you can find at Dollar Tree, as well as these wall decals. When I saw these, I was like, I had to have them, because if you have been with me anytime, you guys know I absolutely love butterflies bows and hearts. Those are three of my top favorite things. And getting the opportunity to work with bows and hearts together, yes, I had to do it. So what you saw there originally, I was just going to add the sticker to the galvanized heart as it was, but I felt like it wasn't really popping. So I decided to paint the inside of the heart white with white paint, and I decided to switch up the bow to the one that had some little hearts on it, and I love this. Now looking at it when I was doing this, I was like, oh, it's so plain, I need to add something to it. So I decided to after I added the jute twine, hanging jute twine piece back to it, I decided to take some of these miniature red roses that I had in my stash. Now when I did this, I was just looking for a little pop of color. And for whatever reason, something in my mind said to just put these three at the bottom. And I don't know why I did that, but you are going to see that I changed my mind. And I came to my senses and I took them off and I just added one to the middle of the bow. You'll see that in just a few seconds. So right here, I'm looking at it. I'm like, something looks off. I don't like it, but I kept going. So then I had this wood sticker that said love on it. I painted that in some black paint. I'm going to sit that off to the side there. I'm just kind of playing around with it to see, you know, get a feel for it. And I sit it off to the side, and because it has an adhesive backing, it didn't require any additional glue. So this is where I removed those three and added in that red rose right up there, and I like that so much better. All right, we're going to move into project number 4. And just a reminder, guys, everything will be shown at the end of the video in the final reveal. That's just how I like to do things. So stick around for that so you get to see every piece in their full glory. So next, I'm going to take this book from Dollar Tree and some of these rub-on transfers that I got from Amazon. I've had these for quite a few years. And here I'm just kind of playing around with it to see which one I want to use. Again, we're going to just keep going with that rustic romantic theme for today. And again, these do not have to be strictly used for Valentine's Day. I feel like you can leave these out all year round depending on your decor style. So what I'm doing right here, and I didn't paint this book. I actually like the color of this book. I didn't even cover up the word or the title on the rim of the book because it was in gold and I just really liked it. So if you're not paying too close attention to it, I think it'll be okay. But I left it as is, and I'm just applying the rub-on transfer to the surface. And all you see I'm doing here is laying down that rub-on transfer, applying some pressure by rubbing across it. Once I feel like it is ready to come up, I just pull it away, leaving the picture behind. So then I'm going to take these double hearts that I believe came in a pack from a Hobby Lobby. They were in my stash as well. I'm going to take some of my antique gold rub and buff, and I'm going to color the back and front of these because I wasn't sure of which side I was going to use or what angle I was going to have them in. So to prevent myself from having to go back and do that, over, I just decided to do both sides at once. So then I'm going to take some of this chiffon ribbon that I had in my stash. I've had this for quite some time as well. I did order it off of Amazon. Some of it I got off of Temu too. But anyway, I'm taking a cream color and then like a very dusty kind of pink. It matches the pink flowers in that rub-on transfer, and I'm just going to tie this off towards the back of the book, not wanting to cover up that rim too much, but I am going to push it back just a little bit as we get further along into the project. But I'm just tying it off with a simple knot, and I'm just going to let the chiffon ribbon kind of hang there. I didn't glue anything down because the ribbon is so sheer. I didn't want it to come through, and I just felt like if I put it, like tacked it down, it wouldn't give that flowy romantic look I was kind of going for. All right, so once I do that, I'm going to go into my stash of little antique keys. It came in a jar here, and I ordered it off of Amazon. It had keys, clocks, hearts, all kind of little antique little thingamajiggers up in there. So I picked out what I wanted from there. I'm going to take a little piece of wire and I'm going to adhere the key and those two hearts to the top part of that ribbon. I'm going to clip away that excess wire, and so you can't see it. It is gold as well. I took it off of another piece of embellishment that I had, and so it worked out perfectly. And so once I get that in place, I'm just going to go ahead and tack the hearts down just with a little tab of hot glue, not too much at all, just to hold it in place right there. I did remove some of the excess glue because that dab turned into a glob. So then I'm going to take some of these little antique hearts I had. I'm just going to add that to the bottom of this piece. And I just really love this. I love this kind of decor. I don't do a lot of book decor, but I do like it. Just because I feel like, you know, how much more can you do? But I really, really wanted to do this when I saw this book, or when I pulled the book out, should I say. I wanted to go this route with it. I just felt like it tied into the theme of today. So here I'm just cutting down the ribbon at an angle, and I was like, okay, this is going to be it. But I still felt like I wanted to add something else to it. Now, again, you can stop right there. But I decided to add in another one of these laser cutouts that came from Hobby Lobby, and it has the word love on it. And I felt like, you know what, I wanted to use this. And I could still leave it out all year round, because love is love, and we should love each other all year round, every day, every night, in and out. All right. So we're moving on into project number 5. I'm taking this heart from Dollar Tree. I'm removing that jute twine from it, and I'm just going to go in with some white paint by FolkArt. And next I'm going to take another one of these wall decals. I'm telling you, Dollar Tree has come out with some of the cutest wall decals this year. And so I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to lay it across the heart. Now this one, I'm telling you guys, I always just go too far when there's nobody here to stop me. I tell you guys that over and over again. When there's nobody here to stop me, I just keep going. And this one, oh man, I don't know. I didn't ruin it, but I should have just left well enough alone. Right here. This is where I should have stopped. Once I applied this to this piece, this is where I should have stopped. But I decided to keep going. So all you saw that I did there was take that wall decal, lay it across the heart. As I said, this is where I should have stopped. Now, as you see, I'm just placing that back on because we're going to save that for another project on another day. All right, so I'm filling in some of the blank spots, which again, I probably didn't have to do that, but because me being May, that's what I do. So I did that, and I'm like, okay, just stop, May, just stop. So I got my finger sander out. I sand away the excess parts of this wall decal. It came off super easy. They did not fight back. It was sure enough to just sand right off. And so I'm like, okay, just add the string back. Don't do it. Don't go any further. Don't go any further. But I went further. So here I'm going in with my Mod Podge because I want to seal in that wall decal, because although it is very sticky, and I do believe it probably would have stayed on there with no problems, it wouldn't come up, but I decided to, all right, let's go in with some of these gold flakes, okay, in that space right up there in the top, because if you guys have been with me anytime, you know I've shared with you guys in the past that if I see a blank space for whatever reason, my mind can't let that go. I don't know why, but I'm like, okay, it needs something else. So I decided to go in with the gold flakes, as you can see. And yeah, I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Okay, it wasn't great. I still think it came out really pretty. I do like it. I just should have left well enough alone. So here I'm just going in because some of the flakes had kind of spilled over where the flowers were. And I thought, okay, that's pretty. So I just kind of add a little bit more there. Again, I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it's there. So then I decided to take some gold hearts that I had in my stash, and I'm going to cut them down the middle because they were too thick and they were little MDF, like they were little heart picks, and they were MDF, so they cut very easily. very smooth actually, and I just decided to add those to the heart. Yeah, I decided to keep going. I totally kept going, guys. And so I was like, okay, it needs more hearts. So I did another one, as you can see here. Sorry to take you through that process again, but I just cut that one in half. I added them on, and again, not horrible, but quite busy as I am. I'm just busy all the time. So I added those in, and I guess I'm going to show you guys me gluing every single piece on here. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right. And once we get those glued on, I am going to go ahead and add in this lace ribbon to the back. And I'm just using a little bit of hot glue because this is so lightweight. It does not require much. I'm just going to tack that onto the back, and that is it for this piece. So there you have it. And now we're going to move into our final project of today, which is Terracotta Teacup number 73. Okay, if you have been with me any time on this channel, what we have been doing is we've been doing a terracotta teacup series where we take a terracotta pot, add a handle to it, turn it into a terracotta teacup with a theme, and we are now on number 73. I do have to apologize, lovies. I did lose some footage of where I normally will show every terracotta teacup at the end of each video, but somewhere or another I lost the footage. I tried to download one of the videos from YouTube, but now they charge you have to have YouTube Premium in order to do that, and I just was not willing to do it. So unfortunately, you don't get to see all 73, but I did show you the last three that I've done, including this one at the end of the video. So maybe somewhere down the line I might choose to do it and just download it so everybody can see, but unfortunately going forward we probably won't see anymore. But anyway, to stay with our romantic theme today, now this one is truly a Valentine's Day project. I wanted to do something super cute with this terracotta teacup, and when I think about Valentine's Day, I always think about the old school charm of it, where you would get the roses and the chocolates and the teddy bears and all the good little cute things, right? And so I wanted to do a plate on that. So what you see I'm doing here is I'm taking this little miniature cupcake holder. It had hearts on it. I'm not sure where I got these from, but they were in my stash, and I'm just trimming them down because they were a little tall. But what I did there as well is I took some little miniature pieces I had in my stash, and I just painted them in burnt umber to make them look like little chocolates. And we're gonna just glue this little cup together because I did cut it down like I said, and we're gonna just place the little chocolates off in there. Now it's not a true box of chocolates, but you guys get y'all get where I'm going with this. Okay, use your imagination here. Come on now, you know how I do. So this is what we came close to. All right, so I'm just gonna start placing them in there. I had a few circles and a few little triangles there, and not triangles, rectangles shape pieces, and I'm going to just add those in there to start loading them up to make them look like little chocolates. And afterwards, when I was doing this and looking at it, I'm like, oh, I should have put like some little white dots on them, or little white lines to make them look like they had some decorations to them. But I didn't think about that until too late. So forgive me there. So then next we're going to go ahead and sand down this the handle, which what I use for the handles is a macrame ring. I'm not sure of the size, but because I did have them in my stash, I just cut them in half and I just glue them onto the terracotta pot to make it a terracotta teacup. So then next we're going to go in and take some of this tissue paper. I'm not sure where I got this from. I don't know. I honestly can't remember. It maybe Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to take and cut down just the pink portion of this. And so then for our little bouquet of flowers, I had some miniature pink flowers in my stash. And we're going to just take that tissue paper and We're going to situate it to make it look like it's wrapped in, you know how you either have a little cellophane wrapping, or sometimes it does have like some type of tissue paper with it. So that's what we're going to do here to kind of make it look like a bouquet of flowers. And I thought this was so adorable. I really, really do. It's so cute. It's probably one of my favorites, not just because of the pink color, but I just really think it's super, super cute because they have all these little miniature elements to it. Absolutely fell in love with it. So once I get that tissue paper situated, I'm just twisting it around, and I'm going to just put in a little dab of hot glue to kind of hold it in place at the bottom so it doesn't unravel on me. And then once I do that, because the little miniature roses are on wire, we're going to be able to manipulate that as well. Then I have this little miniature teddy bear, which I absolutely fell in love with. It came from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to take some more rub-on transfers from my stash. I got these off of Amazon as well. It had a little envelope on it that said love. It had some little gold tones to it. And so I just thought that would be really cute to put in front of it, because for Valentine's Day, who doesn't like a love letter as well? You know, I just wanted to do all the little, you know, old school nostalgia things that we used to do when we were young. So then right here, I'm going to go ahead and start assembling everything. I'm going to go ahead and add in the bouquet of flowers. We're going to put in the little bear, add our chocolates to this. And guys, I gotta tell you, I don't know. It was really hard for me to pick a favorite today, but I do love this one. I love all of them, actually. I really do. I'm not a fan of the heart with the gold flakes on it, but again, I don't hate it either. Like, I really love all the pieces today. And so I forgot to glue this down before I got started. So I'm just going in with hot glue. I would recommend using some tacky glue or some stronger adhesive here, but I just had to keep moving. And so that's it for this piece. So right here, I decided to add in, I guess that wasn't it for this piece. I decided to take a pink, one of those MDF hearts from my stash, and I'm just going to put that right in the front there. I don't know. I just felt like it needed something else. Too much of a blank space. Again, y'all know how I do. Now we're coming up for the final reveal. Lovies, if you are still here writing with me, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. And don't forget to hit the hype button. But you guys know I love the comments. Please keep them coming. I love to chat with you guys after each and every video. I know I haven't been very vocal and I haven't had too many videos up over the last month or so, but I am working towards getting more content out for you guys. And I would love for our conversations to start back up. And let's just chat and laugh together, because laughter heals the heart. I do believe that. So let me know, lovies, if you had a favorite of today. Like I said, it's really hard for me to choose which is my favorite. This is probably my least favorite, but again, it's not too bad. I just really wish I had omitted those gold flakes. I wish I had not have done that. But you live and learn, and I can always go back and do this again. It's not the end of the world, but I definitely want to hear from you guys. And I want to know if you had a favorite of today. Let me know how you feel about the terracotta teacups. And if you want to see the other teacups that we have done on our series, I will have a couple of videos in the description box below if you want to check out those other videos to see that content. And if you want to make any suggestions for any new terracotta teacups, we do have a running list going. If it's not on the list, I will add it. If it's already there, you'll see it flash by in those other videos. So stay tuned. We're definitely going to keep going because we're on the road to 100. Like I said, we are number 73. So we're getting very close. We'll probably be there by the time we start doing spring DIYs and such. So stay tuned for that. But I absolutely love this one. I think it is so, so cute. And it just reminds me of being in high school. and everything. I think it is so, so adorable. Let me know how you guys feel about it. And again, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Here are the other two that I did in the previous video for winter decor. And of course, here is our one we did today. Don't forget to hype this video as well. And if you want to contribute, you can definitely buy me a coffee. But if you can't, just being here is good enough, lovies. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Till the next video, hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.